on the internet, and I have a few concerns. Hey everybody, this is Rune here, and welcome to another writing vlog. Have you ever discovered a new series, maybe on Netflix or through social media, and thought, wow, this looks a lot like, insert other series I know? Me too! But during my internet exploring days, I've also discovered a big old pot of bad attitude towards any series that happen to be similar to another beloved series. So today, we're gonna talk about that. But first off, I want to give a big thanks to my first ever patron on Patreon, Pinky View! Pinky! Thank you so much for the donation! Your generosity and support are very much appreciated. Very much! Very much! Thank you! And now, I want to welcome everyone to What Constitutes a Ripoff? Now you may be wondering why we even need a video about this. It seems pretty simple after all. A ripoff is a copy of something else, so any series similar to the one I like is terrible and just trying to make a quick buck. Right? Well, with that horribly inaccurate statement, you're right about one thing, and it's not the similarity. A ripoff is an exploitative, usually inferior version of something the culprit feels they can profit from. It happens all the time, whether the medium in question is a novel, or a movie, or a game, a fashion trend, you name it. And getting ripped off is not exclusive to popular stuff. It can happen to anything. So now you may be thinking, but Rune, that's what I just said. A ripoff is a copy, so this TV show that's similar to my favorite book is totally a ripoff. And if that's what crossed your mind, I'm not afraid to tell you that you once again only got a part of that right. A ripoff is a copy, but that doesn't mean everything similar to the creation in question is a ripoff. And yet I see this mindset so often. Let me give you guys an example. Pokemon and Digimon. Both are popular kid franchises featuring evolutionary monsters, similar age ranges, and heavy themes of friendship. Which is exactly why Digimon is a ripoff, of course. We aren't even going to look at the majorly different plot lines, character goals, themes beside friendship and story progression, because that crap is for pussies. All we care about are the basic fundamentals of what makes a kid show, which applies to numerous other child-directed mediums. You want to know what other show features evolutionary monsters and similar age ranges? Bakugan. And nobody says that's a ripoff of Pokemon. I can't be the only one sick of seeing this mindset. Look, I mentioned this point in my 3 light novel tropes I can't stand video, and I'm saying it again. Entirely original ideas are nearly impossible to come by. There are currently a few billion people in the physical world right now, most of them coming up with their own characters, settings, stories, ideas, and that's not even counting all the people who came before you all. The chances of someone birthing an idea literally no one in the history of ever has seen are just about 0. There is nothing wrong with sharing ideas. In fact, that's just a fundamental part of how writing works. You can't be completely original no matter how you try. It's just a fact we live with. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just a part of how it works. But with that out of the way, you may be wondering what we're supposed to do then. And it's simple. You take an idea you like and you make it your own. For example, let's look at Pokemon and Digimon again. We've already discussed their similarities, so let's look at what they've done differently to set themselves apart from each other. First, we have their basic plotline, and I'm going to be comparing the anime for this example. The Pokemon anime is about a 10-year-old boy who, after receiving his first Pokemon partner, sets off on a multiple season-long journey across various regions to become a Pokemon master. Whatever that is. Ash never really defines what his goal specifically entails. He just keeps moving, which is pretty admirable in its own right. Anyway, the Digimon anime, at least the first one, Digimon Adventure, is centered around a group of kids who, after leaving for summer camp, are whisked away to a digital world, where they're each partnered with a Digimon and must save the digital world from numerous threats as they try to find their way home. Sounds pretty exciting in my opinion. And their differences don't stop there. Both franchises are about evolutionary monsters. While in Pokemon, evolution is permanent. Once your Pokemon partner changes shape and form, they can't go back. They're just stuck that way. And it's honestly, it'd be kind of sad if you think about it, if you didn't want your partner to change, or maybe they didn't want it, but they do anyway, and they're just stuck like that for the rest of eternity. Anyway, moving on, that's not the point. In Digimon, the main Digimon use special devices alongside the bond with their human partners to temporarily assume stronger forms. I'm pretty sure in Digimon evolution is usually permanent, except for when these devices are involved. Because any Digimon that uses the device to evolve can go back, to their weaker forms. So it's a pretty big difference from Pokemon, just aside the basic plot line. In Digimon, it may have a few shared elements with Pokemon, yes. But looking past them, the two franchises are different oceans with different salt levels. They taste different. Two different experiences. So now you may be thinking, okay, Rune, okay, I get it. I get what you're putting down. But if this book being similar to that movie doesn't make it a ripoff, then what would? And this is where the whole copy thing comes into play. Since you can't be 100% original, your story will guaranteed have some shared ideas with something else. But the point is to take an idea and make it your own. There's a big difference between having some similarities and straight up taking someone else's ideas without any sort of change. If your creation looks like it was copied and pasted from something else, it's probably a ripoff. I won't name any titles, but Pyra and I know one pretty popular book series that borrowed a lot of its plot points, story progression, even character roles and traits from another series. And when your story has got that much in common with someone else's, I think it's safe to say we're looking at more than some few shared footsteps. But that's about all I've got to say on this. Ultimately, this video may have just been an excuse to complain about that small-minded way of thinking that a lot of people tend to have. But hopefully I helped open some eyes to another aspect of writing. I mean, it's always nice when that happens. Rune being helpful. Who knew? Thank you again to Pinky View for becoming a patron on my Patreon. If you'd like to support me and become a patron yourself, I highly recommend it. You'll get your very own shout out, as well as early access to all writing videos. You'll get to see them before anyone else. How cool is that? Anyway, if you liked this video as much as I did, then why not leave a like yourself? And then definitely subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Also, be sure to ring that bell. The bell notification button will appear right after you subscribe, and if you hit it, you'll be notified whenever I upload, so you won't have to check back yourself. Anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!